Our verse by verse study of the Holy Spirit for the first time in 148 episodes is this episode examining a verse that does not directly mention the Holy Spirit. But Acts 5:12 is of great expositional importance about the Spirit's work. As we mentioned in the last couple of episodes discussing Acts 4:31, proponents of the mainstream view that the Holy Spirit indwells every Christian in a non-prophetic, ordinary manner place a great burden on their interpretation of Acts 5:12. From this verse, they assert that no person outside of the apostles had access to the prophetic powers of the Spirit until Acts 6:6. We will discuss Acts 6:6 in a couple of episodes. Make sure, though, you understand the importance here. For the prevailing evangelical, non-charismatic, ordinary indwelling view of the Holy Spirit to be true, no person other than an apostle can have prophetic powers until the apostles lay hands on the seven servants of Acts 6. Acts 5:12 is the foundational verse of the paradigm that denies the gift of the Holy Spirit was in any way prophetic. This is an important and often overlooked verse. Now, Acts 5:12 does directly express prophetic powers of the apostles. It does. But it makes no direct statement about the prophetic functions of anyone beyond the apostles. It states clearly that many signs and wonders were regularly done among the people by the hands of the apostles. But do you notice what it does not state? It never states that those signs and wonders were only by the apostles. Note the many qualifiers in the verse. 1, many. 2, signs and wonders. 3, regularly. 4, among the people. 5, by the hands. Could it be the case that not many, but few signs and wonders were done by others? Could it be the case the prophetic functions other than signs and wonders were done by people other than the apostles? Could it be the case that signs and wonders were done at infrequent as opposed to regular intervals by saints other than the apostles? Could it be the case that signs and wonders were done among the church as opposed to among the people or the public by those other than the apostles? Could it be the case that signs and wonders not involving the hands were done by those other than the apostles? If even one of those questions can be answered yes, and all of them could be answered yes without contradicting the language of this verse, then Acts 5:12 has no force in establishing the argument for the non-prophetic indwelling prior to Acts 6:6. So just one yes of the 5 questions excludes Acts 5:12 from the non-prophetic indwelling passage that view needs it to be. And the reason for that is very simple. The Spirit's work is always prophetic. There is no non-prophetic indwelling in these verses.